The energy produced from this massive wind turbine here in Fife will be converted into hydrogen gas. And in a world first, hundreds of homes just across from here will be heated not on a mixture of gases, but on 100% hydrogen.
So much of the childcare help that is available at the moment is actually not taken up. There is something called tax-free childcare, and if you're watching this program now and you've got a sibling, your mother, your son, your daughter is struggling with childcare, tax-free childcare is not being used.
My knees are beginning to hurt, so I'm gonna have to take a longer route down to the bottom, which is a bit of a pain. It's flipping exhausting.
Good afternoon and welcome to BBC News. Relatives of those killed in the Grenfell Tower fire have started making statements at a public inquiry into the disaster. The first victim to be commemorated was Logan Gomez, who was stillborn in hospital shortly after his pregnant mother Andrea escaped from the blaze. Do you think, Duncan, that the ship is steadied now to a point that you can continue for the next 2 years, but is the Prime Minister in control without any power?
Well, look, but let's just take it back a step or two.
After 3 operations and 8 months on crutches, we are, fingers crossed, at the beginning of the end of my comeback to running.
Where is the pressure, though, do you think, that these publishers are under? Where's it coming from? Does this show that they're packed with groupthink in their offices and full of the same types of people?
I think there's definitely an element of that, yes.
Students not going out as much means places like these take on fewer local jobs. And in places like Aberystwyth, students and education provide for thousands of livelihoods.
Gas and electricity bills are going up at unprecedented levels. They're likely to have doubled in the space of a year. But why? And how is the UK more vulnerable?
I do think it's kind of important to kind of contextualise the whole net zero policy here. It is now actually going both through the Conservatives and Labour. If we went back, just over a year ago, Labour were actually considering changing the red rose to a green rose. That's not happening now. And this comes back to the politics. It's really important, actually, because what happened in Uxbridge in that by-election with ULEZ means that Labour also are actually taking a slight back foot now on their green agenda and looking at their policies and thinking, actually, we are in a cost of living crisis and we have to look at these net zero policies and see what people can afford.
What percentage of Ukraine do you estimate that the Russians currently hold in territory?
Somewhere around 18, 20%.
I genuinely felt sick to my stomach for you.
Yeah, you were probably the most... You called me to talk to me about it, to say, is this real? Has it happened? Has the parkrun record been broken?
Yeah.
And I was sort of, crying on my own in a corner.
It's bad for the brand.
If I click on run on the map, it says that I could do it. It's only 25 miles. I could do it in about 3.5 hours. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I could run it and you could drive and we could see who gets there quickest.